Hi, it's Fiona here, and I wanted to take this opportunity to share with you my approach to yoga. Some of you might be thinking of joining one of my yoga classes, but you want to know what style of yoga I do or how I teach. So, I've been doing yoga for about 20 years, and yoga changed my life subtly, gently, quietly, without me realizing. It changed the course of my life and overhauled who I was and reconnected me with my body, which is the truth. And I can't endorse yoga highly enough. So I'm an enormous fan. And it's so much more than an exercise program, right? So, that's the yoga that I'm interested in. And if I had to come up with a style of yoga or what yoga is about for me, I'm really interested in yoga for inner peace. If we could all be at peace inside of ourselves with the reality of ourselves, then the whole planet would be at peace. If each of us could find that way to be at peace with the self. And yoga is a great way to get there. It's easy to look at the conflicts and the warmongerings that are happening out there, the posturing, and think that I've evolved beyond that, or I'm not that person, or I'd never get into those conflicts. But then inside of ourselves, how many of us can really be at peace with who we truly are? And that's what yoga is offering each of us. And that's the yoga that I'm interested in exploring with you. Because even though I've been a yogi for 20 years, I will never grace the cover of Yoga Journal, that's for sure. My asanas, my poses are far from perfect. Definitely got lots of bent legs. My forward folds are minuscule. There's no folding flat for me. Things don't open where they should open. Maybe they open where they shouldn't open. So my postures are by no means that textbook photo. But this is the magic of yoga. You don't need to do the 100% perfect pose for the magic of yoga to work at all. And asanas are just 1/8 of the 8 limbs of yoga, the Ashtanga of yoga. So they're just 12.5% of a 100% story. And that story is all about connection. And although we'll obviously be doing asanas to the best of our abilities to reconnect with the body and the soul, we'll also be doing all the other parts of yoga too. So we'll be talking about the lifestyle, we'll be doing the breathing, some mantras, some withdrawing the senses, some concentration, some relaxation and letting go. So yoga is complete, and that's what, as a provider of yoga, I hope that I offer a flavour of each of those limbs of yoga. And if I had to describe my style, my certification is in Tantric Vinyasa Yoga flow. But in real life, I'm much more towards the restorative yin side of yoga and the gentle opening up of the body. Combined with my other love, which for those of you who come from massages already know about, which is anatomy. So quite specific, connecting our body, those connection points of the muscles, with our somatic understanding of our own self. So we'll be exploring where the latissimus dorsi is actually connecting and where the iliacus goes into the leg bone and all of those sorts of things. So a mixture between very gentle, allowing gravity to do the work, and informing our own mind about the miracle of the body through the anatomy. Okay, and then the other thing is that for me, yoga is a very safe space, and I want to create that. So please come along, not so much in that gym get up mentality, but in a much more relaxed style of dress. So an oversized t-shirt, some shorts or tracksuit pants. We don't want to get distracted by cleavages and underarms and inner thighs. Let's just keep everything loose. Although alignment is important in yoga, it's important on the inside, not so much that we see it through the tight gym wear. So let's make everybody comfortable and dial back to that more martial arts style of dress for activity rather than the Lycra. All right, so I'm hoping to see you all soon to come and experiment with yoga. I'm much more feel comfortable as a expedition leader than as a teacher, so I will be looking to share that exploration of yoga and give you the tools to explore yoga on your own. I'm not that interested in you coming every week, every Tuesday or whatever it is for the rest of your life. Although if you want to, of course you're welcome to do that, but much more to empower you to see that yoga is a journey that you can take for yourself, and how can I give you the tools to do that. So at the moment there's just spaces for 4 people each class, so it's definitely something you need to book for. You can't just turn up hoping that there'll be a mat on the floor for you there. But that's also because hopefully I'm empowering you to go off and do your own yoga practice every day rather than necessarily coming along to a class. So I hope that you will try me out. Book yourself a spot on the booking system. Find one of my classes that works for you, or just come at the time, book the time that suits you. So if the only time you can come is in the morning, come to that class and we will adapt it. This is very what yoga is all about, that just be present to the present. And whatever is there in the room, that's what we'll address. And yoga is going to help you access that yumminess inside yourself, that lusciousness. For me, there's a music playing inside the self, inside each self, and the burdens of responsibilities of this crazy game of life that we're all taking so seriously, it keeps us so busy and burdened that we have drowned out that music most of the time. And yoga is a great way to, through stillness and silence, just reconnect to that inner voice, that inner music that is going to guide you where you need to go. And not only that, so one thing is you're going to align yourself with your inner music, and then life just becomes easy. But the other thing is your body's going to feel great because it's always playing your favorite radio station. So when we can just come to stillness and silence, you're going to hear inside of yourself that song of the self that is your favorite radio station 24/7. So if you're ready to feel yummy in the body, if you're open to a gentle practice, you're not going to sweat in this practice, you're not going to sculpt the body and change your whole physique, but hopefully you will reconnect to the self and change profoundly on that inner peace level, and walk around with your yummy favorite radio station playing all the time. Namaste. See you soon.